All right, so little recap. The Wandering Youper is what I wanted to do my whole frickin' life, right? I love bow hunting, fishing, camping, anything outdoors, frickin' snowmobiling. Make a long story short, I wanted to bow hunt for a living. So, poor Jen got involved in it. But anyways, so every year, about, you know, in Michigan, it's October 1st is bow season. It's always been that way basically for a long, long time, at least 30 plus years. So, about September 15th, I put in my 2-week notice, whatever job I was working, and quit. And then, boom, bow hunt the whole season. This guy I had for a boss, he was one of them people that you'll do anything for. This guy was great. He was more of a friend than a boss, right? But he was your boss. So, I kind of did the chicken shit way out of it because I didn't know what I was going to say to him, right? So I just quit going. Thought I'd go away. Well, they didn't have cell phones and shit back then, but they did, like, caller ID was starting out and all that stuff. And so we had caller ID at our house. And every time I'd come in the door, if that phone was ringing, I'd look at it. Oh, no, I ain't answering that, you know? And then one day I come in the house. I said something to her. The phone was ringing. I grabbed that phone and I'm like, hello, Darren, hi. I'm like, duh. As it was Dodie, right? And I'm like, and so here I am thinking, generating something. Something's going on in there. Not a lot does. And I'm thinking to myself, I need something big and I need it right now because this guy he's Joe Awesome. And I really felt so bad for doing it to him, but I was being a chicken shit and I just couldn't deal with it. So I'm thinking, and he's talking to me, he's like, well, you kind of, you know, what's going on? And I'm like, well, Dodie, gosh darn, I guess I owe you an explanation. And he's like, yeah, I guess you do. What's going on? And I'm like, and I look over, and there's Jen 9 months pregnant on the couch, right? You know, a light bulb moment, dude. I had something devastating. I look over at her, and I'm like, Dodie, man, I really don't want this getting around. And he's like, oh my God, what happened? He says, don't worry, I won't tell him. You know, I won't say nothing. And I'm like, well, Dodie, my woman's pregnant with somebody else's kid.
Oh my God.
He goes, oh my God, take all the time you need. Over at her, dude, and I'm telling you, like the eyes can burn right through you, right? It seemed like,
oh my God.
it seemed like forever went by, right? With the look she was giving me, and it was like, all of a sudden she's like, what the did you just say? Hey, Dodie, I gotta go. Clicked him, you know.
Wait, tell the rest of the
Oh yeah, they treated her like crap every time they'd call.
Oh.
But they would just be super short. Where's Darren? Blah, blah, blah. And then, obviously, she's uncomfortable. That's another reason I got... Who would sit there and take that shit?
Yeah.
So, 25
Yep.
years goes by. And Jen's like, huh. And there's this old guy training this young dude. And Jen's like, huh. Got to be out of the same depot. She goes, so... does Dodie still work there at that depot? And the guy's like, yeah, he does. He's getting ready to retire. And she's like, I need you to tell him something. And she told him the whole story. And then that older gentleman, he's like, man, we've heard this story.
Oh.
So she's like, you tell him that Darren was lying out his ass. Yeah. Outstanding, dude. True story. There's the witness right there.
He gave me free ice cream. I'm so sorry you're not a whore.
You got pregnant with another guy's non-guy.
I know. What a tramp.
See, that's
I mean, I needed something big.
pretty quick.
I needed something any man could understand. And that is so devastating.
You could have said her water broke. Stop. Anything. And then,
That ain't good
and
enough.
Then the baby has heart issues.
Now, if the same guy called, she would be the good person and I would be the ass. So whatever.
Yeah.
We'll go 30 years of that and we'll tell him something else.
Oh my God. So what are your kids like?